Okay, everybody, this is going to be a different video of sorts that I wanted to make here. And the video I want to make here talks about why I don't dislike the Boston Red Sox, even though I am a New York Yankees fan. And, a lot of people find this weird. I'm able to talk to Red Sox fans and not ever come off to them as, a mean, cold-hearted guy. Disclaimer that is expressed in this vlog and my own. One of the reasons why I can't dislike the Boston Red Sox is I'm a Celtics fan. And the Celtics play in the same city as the Red Sox. Why would I hate, why do I want to hate the Red Sox when I like the team, the NBA team in the city of Boston? That doesn't seem right to me. I can't like the Knicks because the Knicks make New York look like a joke in basketball. I will say this. I'm on record this year as saying that Boston will win the AL East. Me as a Yankees fan is saying that. I even went so far as to say that Boston would make the World Series against the Dodgers. That's a Yankees fan saying that. And one of the things with Boston is I genuinely feel bad for them, as I do with a lot of teams, when stuff doesn't go right. I was very happy this year to see Boston, win the AL East for the second time. Because I'm going to go back for a minute. In 2014 and 15, when they had those two disastrous years under John Farrell, I said, you're a Red Sox fan, you don't deserve this. You're coming off of a World Series, and you're going to watch your team regress this much to the point where they were basically throwing darts at a dartboard and nothing that they did worked. It was sad to watch while the Yankees at the same time were struggling. We both were bad during those years. I think in 14, we made the playoffs. It was either 14 or 15, we made the playoffs and we got beat by Houston, and then I think 15 we didn't make it at all, and the Red Sox were equally as bad. But, there's never been a time where I've genuinely hated on the Red Sox. I will admit this as a Yankees fan, that for the past decade or so, the Red Sox have been the better team between the both of them. They've won 3 World Series, we've won 1. I will give them plenty of credit for that. I started watching baseball, I think, in either 03 or 04. I did not watch the 90s to, early 2000 Yankees. I don't remember anything from the 98, 99, or 2000 World Series, which we won because, I didn't watch them. I don't remember 01 either. And 2003, I've gone back and watched. It must have been hard for Red Sox fans watching Aaron Boone hit a home run and looking at it being like, oh no, here we go again with the Red Sox. They can't win anything. I cannot imagine what it must be like for a Red Sox fan. For 86 years, all you wanted to see was your team win. And it must have been so hard for them. And a part of me, I feel bad because, no fan should ever deserve to watch their team go this long without winning. And when the Red Sox do well, I'm glad for them, as I am for any team. Now, I have to make this very, very clear with people. I do not cheer for the Red Sox. I want to make that clear. I am a Yankees fan. You will never hear me actively cheering for the Red Sox to win. The only exception to that is when they play Tampa Bay, because I hate Tampa Bay so much that I will cheer for the Red Sox when they're playing the Rays. The other reason, too, I don't dislike Boston is, and I'm going to try to explain this to the best of my ability. I want my team to be the reason that Boston, doesn't win things. For example, when Boston's playing a team like Kansas City, well, we have to play Kansas City too. And why would I want the Royals to beat the Red Sox? I want the Yankees to beat the Red Sox. I don't want the Royals beating them. I want the Red Sox to beat the Royals because, hey, I want, if that makes sense, I want my team to be the one who beats them. I'll give you an example in the division. When they play Baltimore, if they beat Baltimore, that helps us because then Baltimore has 3 more losses than potentially we have. And, when we play them, it's like, okay, well, if we give them losses, that helps us out. And if we're playing Baltimore, that helps them out because if we beat them, hey, they're ahead. And that is something that I've always believed in. I cannot bash on the Red Sox because me, as much as I'm a Yankees fan, I genuinely understand that, hey, it's a rivalry. I would not cheer for Boston at all, but I'm not going to, bash on them and say really, mean things and say, haha, the Red Sox are horrible, unless it's warranted. One of my biggest criticisms of Boston, but I think that this is fair to say as a Yankees fan, is Boston, stop trading your damn prospects all the time. That's one of the reasons you're in the hole that you're in. You keep trading away everything that you have, and then when you start losing, you're like, oh, gee, guys, why are we losing? Because you trade your prospects. Remember that Yoan Moncada guy? You just traded him. You had him. He was one of the best prospects. You just traded him to the White Sox for Chris Sale. Why are you trading your prospects, Boston? You've been doing this now for like 20 or 30 years. Have you not learned anything? But then again, I'm going to criticize the Yankees too, because we do the same thing with our prospects, and then we go out, we sign like 39 and 40-year-old guys and throw them on the field and say, okay, we're going to win with this team. That's not how you win, New York. You can't just throw a 39 and 40-year-old guy out there like Ichiro Suzuki and Carlos Beltran and say, okay, this is who we play with. But, at the end of the day, I'm going to acknowledge that the Red Sox have been a better team this last decade than we have, because they've done everything right. And I was genuinely glad this year when they won the AL East, because I picked them. And I'm going to go into this season really quick too. It was very awkward for me as a Yankees fan when we were leading the division for as long as we did this year, because I had said all year long the Red Sox were going to win the division. A Yankees fan saying that. We had no business leading the division at all. We were not a World Series caliber team. We were not even a first place team. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, Boston, why is it taking you so long to get the division lead? We're basically trying to give it to you, and you don't seem to want it. And when we finally, fell out of first place, I'm like, I can't be mad because I didn't pick New York to win. Hey, I'm glad to see that Boston's doing well, because after 2 frustrating years in 14 and 15, 16 they make the playoffs, and then they just decide, we don't want to beat Cleveland, and just don't show up. And even throughout the regular season, when they played New York in I think the last series when they clinched the division, they just didn't care. They didn't seem enthusiastic. They just didn't seem to want it. And to an extent, I feel bad for them now. People ask me all the time, I'm an AL guy. So, whenever a team's in the World Series, I cheer for them. To an extent, yeah, I want Boston to win if they're in the AL, but, like I said, I won't actively cheer for them. If Boston is playing, an NL team, I will cheer for the NL team, because, again, you as a Yankees fan, I will never cheer for the Red Sox unless they're playing Tampa. But when they're doing well, I'm glad to see that. But you'll never hear me, say, haha, the Yankees have 27 World Series and the Red Sox only have 8. Because Yankee fans seem to forget that the Red Sox won the first ever World Series played, and they were the first dynasty before the Yankees ever became a team. And I acknowledge that in Red Sox history. They've done a lot of great things. So to me as a fan, I say, why would I want to bash on this team when I can genuinely give valid criticisms on both sides? So that is how I feel, and that's part of the reason I don't dislike the Red Sox. If people want to comment on that and say I'm a liar, go ahead. But be sure to subscribe to Walk Talk 21 for more great videos. And if you like what you see, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, whatever. And I'll see you guys around for more great content.